All right, though, guys. So let's get started here. Again, we went over nitocris alter yesterday, and if you guys want, I already got the video for that up on YouTube. You guys can check it out there. We're gonna be rolling here. I don't have enough quartz to hit pity. I hope this doesn't come into play. We are starting at a very nice amount of quartz, though, so there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna pray to God this actually works. But again, we're just going to be going for the one copy because this is my JP account. I'm mostly free to play here. I definitely spend money, but typically only on GSSRs, and otherwise I don't want to spend any money on banners if I can help it. So we're going to try. But let's start with the paid single because I still have some left over from whatchamacallit, from New Year's GSSR. How many quartz for pity? It's basically 900 quartz. So the way it works is this 990 is what you actually need, because essentially, well, sorry, it's 900 is what you actually need. 990 is the amount that you would and again, that got me nothing. 990 is the what they tell you in game, but because you have the 11 spin, right? So it's basically every 10 spins you get an 11 spin for free. So that just keeps kind of going, right? That basically allows you to keep kind of getting extra. So yeah, it becomes basically 300 rolls because you get 30 bonus rolls in effect. But anything tickets can count, your paid single can count towards it. They all count. I swear to God, that man is just trolling me. I waited so long for his coins. I've rolled out so many millions of FP and he just would refuse to show up. And now every single time I actually roll the gacha, he shows up repeatedly. I love how Nito Alter has the Kama Flame effect for lingerie. Yeah, I think that's really cool. I like that they did that. And even though it's kind of stolen from her, right? I don't know. It's a nice enough thing that I wouldn't mind seeing it on other units too. Can we get a new cat incognito to celebrate the occasion? No, but I have talked to my emote artist recently. Also, how do you know that the one under the Medjed outfit isn't Nito Alter, chat? There you go. I just canonized it. The one where the blanket is up is OG Nito, and the one where the blanket is down is Nito Alter. It's always like that. Once you have them at NP5, they'll appear more. Yeah, I swear, it absolutely debates you. Lasagna nose. Whoa, the second multi, nice. God, I wish, Zen. Because her eyes aren't golden. Fuck. You've got me. Schrodinger's nitocris. Nito Alter would never wear a monocle. How would you know, Hera? Have you talked to her lately? Did she come visit you on the weekends? But yeah, I'm hoping this doesn't just drain all my quartz away, so we'll just have to see. I like how she's still the dorky Nito we love. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love the short hair that they did with her design. I think, honestly, her design is like one of the most attractive reasons to roll for her. I was talking about this the other day when we went over her, but basically, it hits me right in the 1990s. I'm someone that was around back then watching anime, and it's definitely one of those deals where it's like, oh man, that's like a trip back to my childhood. I get like, again, someone posted an "Oh my goddess" meme today. I get like the same sort of like Tenchi Muyo / Outlaw Star vibes from it. Someone was telling me that it reminded them of oh god, what was the one series? I don't remember, but again, it's really good. I really like her art style and her design overall. I was watching anime in the 90s too. You weren't born in the 90s. Don't like CAD. It's more for Yu-Gi-Oh vibes. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, one day we still gotta watch Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged. Nito Alter is gonna send Ort to the Shadow Realm. Your thoughts on Nito Avenger? I think she's good. She's permanent, and I know a lot of people have said about that. And again, I have a video up on YouTube if you want to watch it. I go through a lot of it. But just in quick summary, I think she's good. I don't see really any issues with her kit. I think she's solid. I think she's got a whole lot of uses. I think she will be very useful down the stretch, not just as a looper, not just as a farmer, but also as somebody that can work in both challenge content and even as like that unit that can just charge to full and take out a wave for you, kind of like Nito Caster had. So I really think she's got a lot of potential because of that. Peak anime growing up with Toonami back in the early 2000s. Yeah. You know, that would really suck if a Black Grail showed up right now. Man, I would hate that. I still only have 2 copies of Black Grail on JP chat. She's just jack of all trades. Yeah, I think she's really good. The long pauses are making me anxious. I mean, you get used to it. As someone that's been rolling on stream for years, I'm just like, like I notice it if it's a little bit too long, but like I don't let it get my hopes up. I have Morgan, Coin of Light, Castoria, and Oberon. Should I try summoning Nito Altar for farming? You can. That's up to you. I mean, like, I know a lot of people have asked me this, like, you know, how does she fare against Space Ishtar? How does she fare against Summer Kama? And I'm gonna say if you like what you have, right, you're good. You're still perfectly fine to stick with them. I think even units like Dantes and Mao Nobu are still perfectly fine in the face of her. So, but again, she's just another option for people. Hopes, what are those? Do they taste good? They do. They're delicious. Who needs Black Grail? We have a Heaven's Feel. No, don't do that to me. I have gotten Heaven's Feel so many more times than I've gotten Black Grail. It's ridiculous. Honestly, at this point, I'll probably just get Bad Grail instead. I'd rather use Nito because I like to look at her more than Summer Kama in actuality. Yep. Options. I thought there can only be one. Nani? Yeah, no, it's a little bit, and I called this out 2 years ago, basically, when we were talking about Space Ishtar. I basically said, look, she's a really good unit, and with the way people are acting, the smartest thing that the devs can do is basically to make units that are better than her. And I'm not saying Space Ishtar's bad, okay, but they've started to make units that outperform her within damage niches. And the reason why, I think, is because they've realized that it's really dumb to have a master of all trades. You want a jack of all trades, not a master. And so I think they realize that, looking at that, like, oh crap, we made this like unit that like all the Ren fans are gonna love, and they don't have to roll anything else now. So I think that's why they've started to make other units stronger, is just to kind of try to push them a little bit more towards like busting out the wallet here and there. And they can, like, but oh, hi Lakshmi. Actually, I don't think I have MP5 for on JP, so that's nice. That again, she's now a looper on JP as well, so I can definitely make use of that. I'm not even upset. Nor would I be. It's a Saberface chat. Hannah, thank you for the 14. But again, I think it's I think it's an interesting prospect of what they're maybe trying to do, and I'm not surprised because this is something that I predicted a long time ago, and we've watched them make Dantes better, we've watched them make Mao Nobu better, we've watched them release Summer Kama, and now here you go, here's another competitor. So I think that's what they're trying to do. I'm gonna say this again, Ren fans, you have nothing to worry about. Your unit is still perfectly good, right? Like that's the big thing that I take away from this. But honestly, if they want Ren fans to start rolling more, okay, and I know this is gonna be crazy talk that I'm about to say, it's almost like they should release another Ren copy, and then my god, that is a good one. Hot damn, that is really good for me. I need MLB of that now. That's the new hybrid overcharge Black Grail C. If I get MLB of that, I can absolutely do some crazy things. So I will take that or Black Grail. How about that? But yeah, that is a Black Grail. That is not Bad Grail either. But yeah, so it's like the easiest way for them to get the Rin fans to roll again would be like, oh my god, heaven forbid should they release a new Rin face. Like, that's why, again, I said earlier, it's like, it's not a zero-sum game. Gold orbs again. Please be some kind of Avenger. Okay, Dobrynia. Was not expecting that. When I first saw the feat, I was like, wait, what unit is that? That's so white. But no, yeah, Dobrynia is another one. I think I only have one copy of her, so that'll actually make my Dobrynia not hot garbage compared to the rest of my account. Some kind of Avenger. You're asking for a doggo then? Listen, yes, actually, ironically enough, because you could argue that a jackal is a dog. But yeah, dude, that is a stellar one. I am really happy to have that. I had totally forgotten this existed, but I saw it and I was like, oh shit, I know what that is. So we'll have to play around with that. That's so white, you're saying she's OP? No, I'm just saying, like, I did not recognize the card, right? But yeah, again, I don't think it's like, it's not crazy to be like, oh man, like, how dare they release another Saberface? But at the same time, I think it's like, it's perfectly fine if they release more Saberfaces. That's the smart thing for them to do. It gets people like me to pull out my wallet, right? Like, the Saberfaces lovers have been bankrolling the game for years at this point because of how many copies they've put in. So putting more out is a smart thing. I think putting less Saberfaces out at this point and not doing any more would be the stupidest thing they could do. Similarly with Rin fans, I don't know what their tactic is at this point. I don't know why they're not giving you guys new versions, because it's just like, what? Just do it. Like, I'm pretty sure at this point, like, it would just cause some sort of massive fucking whale event. Because it feels like they've been holding back for years. Another writer. Another Dobrynia. Hi. You can't tell me there's not hidden raid up seeds in this game, chat. I just don't buy it. Bigger Nikitic. Exactly. Secret raid up, you say? Yes. The light and dark Vitch combo destroyed many Tammy fans' wallets around the world. Yeah. That I understand. And that, like, it was smart. So I don't know why they haven't taken that logic and applied it to, oh, I don't know, the big three, as I like to call them. Sakura, Rin, and Saber. Like, oh my god, if you would release more versions of them, you'll make more money. Shocking. And to be fair, they don't only care about money, right? Like, I think a lot of it is, hey, like, Nasu's trying to tell a good story. Takeuchi's also the chief character designer that works with him. So, like, I assume to a degree there's discussions over, like, who they should implement and stuff like that. Soccer fans are waiting on the remaining Soccer 5, yeah. And I think you'll eventually get those. But, like, yeah, you really sit back and you wonder, like, when, right? Like, it feels like it's so long between some of these. Chat, of the big three, I think the last unit that we got was it Summer Kama and Okitan back in Summer 6? Like, otherwise we haven't seen anything for a year and a half for either of them. Also, the brain melting policy about them forever refusing to have Salter Lalter banners. Don't get me started. Chat, you know. Like, I think it's even crazier that, like, NA just blatantly skipped one of those banners. Like, I don't get that. Arc? Listen, Arc is not a Saberface, as much as I like to meme it. But Arca made 20 designs for Koyan and just decided to put them all in the game. Yep. Pet Doggo Catalyst. He says he likes to pet her doggo in my room. I see. Lancer. What? Okay, I mean, like, I was farming QP, but not for that. I'll definitely level up a Bradamante just to be able to show you guys how she's working right now in JP. Are you fucking kidding me? What is going on with this banner? Now I regret. Now I regret not picking the Black Grail with my free ticket. Fuck. I knew this would happen to me too. To be fair, it's good. Like, that is now, hey, now I have an MLB K-scope on JP, which again is something crazy that I never thought this account would have, and an extra. So that's my 6th K-scope on JP. I've also got a Wizard Marshal, so we cannot take any more of this CAD. Yes, chat is rebelling. If you had picked the Black Grail, you'd be getting that now. Yeah, probably, right? Like, it's inevitable. Not my streamer. Mess, thank you for the follow. And again, welcome to anybody who's new. Hi, my name's Khadroth. I stream FGO every single weeknight. I just... I just don't understand. What is this roll session already? We haven't even rolled that much and it's already been insane. I think the disturbing part though there is there's an SSR, so we might be in this one for the long haul. Thank you, Mayumi. Bradamante is fun. I like her. Yeah. The backside of Cad's Chaldea just got a lot better. It did. It did. What's interesting is we just rolled Burrito marked last year on JP, so it's like I didn't really need Bradamante, but like I said, I will be happy to work on her and get her leveled up for you guys so that I can show you guys, because I get a lot of people nowadays that actually think that Bradamante is bad. She's not on JP because of stuff like Oberon existing now. Like a lot of these quick units that had, you know, I'd say struggles basically to refund properly. You don't really care too much anymore. You have absolute capability, and Summer Scotty only helped that even more. Yeah, we've had 3 4 stars already. She has been decent. Brad is fun, even with Scotty. Wait, what do you mean even with Scotty? I didn't think she was bad for Oberon. She wasn't. She had some struggles with refunding properly a little bit, and so like you had to kind of jump through some extra hoops to make her work properly, unless you had a high NP level. High Shufu. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, there's no other permanent alter ego, not yet, anyways. Cat, I demand a very detailed breakdown of Bradamante versus Burrito Mart's assets. You know, that would make a good April Fool's video. Be like, hey, we're gonna do analysis of these 2 units, and then just like like put them both up on the screen and be like, all right, so let me talk about their kits. I'm in the middle of, god damn, that's another one. What the fuck? That is another really good CE for my JP account. This is worth it just for the CEs right now. Again, that one's an amazing CE for Castoria and anyone that benefits from overcharge. But sorry, let me get back to the question. You think it's a bad idea to skip Oberon this year? Probably. But I definitely have people that like are telling me like, no, you can do it without it. And I do believe them to an extent. I just think it's like taking the hard route, basically. I'm in the middle of Mesopotamia Singularity. It took me literal years to actually get there. Slow progress on my part. Messed. One of the best things you can do is actually just like sit down and like watch some guides. I think that'll help you. Try to like spend your AP down every day, and you'll get in a good habit of being able to progress through the game if you do that. I think it's like if you're not playing consistently, it becomes difficult to level your servants and it becomes difficult to actually progress. But if there's anything you need help with, by all means, ask us. I'd be happy to. It's going so good when you finally get some CEs. It's like getting best in slot gear in an MMO. Yeah, my JP account just keeps getting the same kind of shitty CEs over and over again, and it's been annoying the piss out of me lately. Starting to get a teensy weensy bit jealous. Yes, I mean, still I don't have Nito, so yeah. And I have a new player guide that chat just linked there, and it's a very verbose document. It's super long, it's super big, but you don't have to read the whole thing. I'd just say read the first part that kind of deals with the onboarding, and then from there, if you ever have any questions, it probably answers them in one of the segments. I play too many mobile games. Yep, that's always a difficult one because FGO is very manual. Exactly, Austin. Thank you for the 50. When you get to a decent stopping point, any chance I could get a points refund because the Doge attack broken didn't work? Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why it's not. I cannot refund it, but I will fix it after the rolls. So I will just say, don't redeem Doge attack right now unless you want to waste points, chat. And honestly, if you're gonna waste points, waste it in the Gamba. Be careful you don't. Will an OG Nito into existence? I mean, I wouldn't even be angry. My JP account only has like NP2 of her. So if that happened, I would just be like, at least she showed up. Is Morgan necessary for 90 plus node farming? No, but she's a really good option being a 50% charger as a berserker. She's man traded she has niche against man trade. So that's another really like applicable niche. Honestly, she's just a really solid unit, and that's why a lot of people go after her on top of personality. But yeah, 90 plus nodes aren't too rough, right? Like you can't use every unit in a 90 plus node, but you can use a lot of your roster, especially if you have the supports and the craft essences to make it work. I think a lot of concern with 90 plus becomes efficiency concerns, where it's like, hey, I want to do this with like 6 of the event craft essences and stuff like that. But I think as you start to look towards JP with the 90 plus content, that's where it starts getting really rough. Doge picks redeems win, no hurry though. So I've been having a hard time trying to take pictures of them, Jay, because I keep having to constantly get on to Nico to not chew my my termite stations that I have in the backyard. He finally learned today, because I had to actually like take him out of the backyard while he was on break, put him in the kennel, and tell him no. And so he didn't get to be out for my entire lunch break. And then right at the end, I let him out again to let him go to the bathroom, and he didn't mess with it. So he kind of is learning that like, oh yeah, no, that's actually pissing daddy off. Those ads, what did I miss? A very good CE. Also, the ads, I hope they're not too long. I think they're down to like 5-minute ads for this month, but I don't remember. I don't remember what I agreed to with Twitch. Mayumi, they give the gift moons. Sleepy Doggoa, yep. Lately, welfare has gone pretty hard on JP and help with 90 plus. So it's more about supports available on your account. Yeah. Like I said, I think the 90 plus content's the concerning stuff, and it's... I think the biggest issue is that they made 90 plus more efficient than 90 plus. So like 90 and 90 plus are the same level of efficiency, but 90 plus became more efficient. In fact, what they actually did is here was 90 and 90 plus, and then they were like, okay, here's 90 plus, and then they actually made the 90 and the 90 plus less efficient. So 90 plus is the old efficiency for 90 plus, and the new efficiency for 90 plus and 90 are both less, which is sad. My ad break was 4.5 minutes. Jesus. And normally it's supposed to like split those up into like half-hour increments, so I'm surprised they gave them to you all at once. They should have kept the efficiency but gave the 90 plus more bond. Yeah, I like I said, I have a lot of issues with how they designed it. I don't really understand what they're going for here, other than like, hey, yeah, we want you to roll more MP levels, and I'm like, I just don't feel like that's a winning strategy for them. I think it's just going to piss off the community over time. But I mean, the other thing is too, 90 plus nodes became easier and easier over time as more and more units got upgrades, so I think that'll probably happen. Like I'd be willing to bet here that they're gonna up the bar somehow. Maybe with like new quality of life on JP after LB7, or like, I don't know, basically making the game systems maybe a little bit more robust in some way. So like it's possible you could like have the ability to either grail higher or just level your units higher, but I don't know, right? Like I'm not going to promise anything like that. Just I do wonder, like, long term, will there be just will those nodes get a lot easier just by virtue of quality of life or upgrades? Better faux pas? Yeah. At this point, it would be better to restructure the node's difficulties. Yep. Actually, I should have a new video coming out very soon, probably early next week, dealing with some of the stuff that I want to see improved in FGO. I've already recorded it. AP's already edited it. I've got so much crap I've got to get out here in short term that I'll probably push it to next week. It's literally ready to go, though. I feel like most NA players that follow the game news will be more prepared for 90++ than they think they will be. Probably. And that's because, again, like, especially within my community, I do a good job of informing you guys of this stuff ahead of time. I do a good job of telling you who to invest in and where to, like, focus your roles. And I think that's honestly one of the, like, legs up you have if you're ever, like, following a content creator in general, is, like, you're going to be far more prepared than the person that's, like, not paying attention to anything. Okay, I got worried that was going to be a second Bradamonte, and I was about to be like, please no. Hello, Liz. I don't think that's in P5 of her yet. And money is the reason they made Melisson. I mean, look, someone got on to me for going a little bit hard on Melisson during the banner review, and it's true, I did. But most of the time, I want people to understand, guys, I don't hate Melisson, like as a character or anything like that, right? Don't feel bad if you like Melisson, right? The reason I rail on Melisson a little bit too much is because the devs went a little bit too hard with her kit. And I feel like it's stuff like Melisson, stuff like Oberon is the whole reason that there was a massive jump in power creep, and the whole reason that 90++ nodes had to be a thing. They needed content that sort of combated Oberon. And you're sitting there and you're like, well, then why'd you make him, right? Like, to me, you bit off more than you could chew. I think you can take a look at Oberon at his third skill and say, I could just take the 50% buster off of that skill and he would still be absolutely broken as fuck. Like, you would not, it would still represent a shit ton of another Lancer. Hi, Vlad. Okay, let's go on the world tour here. Let's get every permanent Lancer. But yeah, it's like they could take that off and he'd still be crazy, right? So like when I start looking at a unit like that and I start realizing that you can just actually carve whole parts of their kit out and they'd still be kind of busted, you know, there's a lot of power creep there. But I think that's what's ultimately caused 90++ content to be the way that it is. Happy Lancer Thursday, indeed. Every permanent Lancer Enkidu coming. I don't even think I'd be angry about an Enkidu on JP. Like, Enkidu is so cracked now, it's ridiculous. And he already was. It's just like, man. Man. Parvati next to gold, serving it, calling it now. God, I mean, like, Parvati's still a great unit to have. I think, like, everybody's kind of down on Quick right now because while it's going places, it's starting to move and we're getting better quality units for it. The support system still hasn't remedied itself. Like, honestly, getting Summer Scotty's really nice, but it doesn't move the bar too much. And so I think a lot of people are really hoping that there's more there. Lost Legacy, thank you for the follow. How many has he pulled so far? I have not pulled any so far. Can MP1 do 90++ with Oberon? Probably if you have the correct SSR. So let's say that the enemy was Earth traded and you pulled in an NP1 air. At least my SSRCEs are great. Holy crap. And then gold orbs. Another answer. Oh my god. Hi, Fion. Oh yeah, my favorite blonde-haired, green-eyed Lancer. Thank you, Fion. I appreciate that so much. I think he might be MP5 on my JP. I'd have to check, but thank you, Mayumi. But god damn it. What was I saying before that, chat? I totally just lost track of my brain. Oh, right. So like, let's say it was an earth traded enemy and you took an NP1 Airish. It'd probably work, right? Like it would probably work with Oberon because you would have had super effective niche against it. But I think if you're trying to use anyone else there, it probably wouldn't, right? Like maybe again Mellison or something. So that's probably a bad example because the Lancer balance right now is really bad, right? But I think it's like fuck. I don't know, right? Like I think that's the issue that we're having right now in 90 plus is that like it's basically either really high super copies or units with damage bonus in an event, or units that can absolutely exploit like some sort of niche against them. Cat, I think you misinterpreted the assignment. You're supposed to get a gold Avenger, sir. Apparently. My friend just started FGO and is immediately using someone else's supports over mine. Motherfucker also got Parvati as a starter. Nice. Listen, it's okay. All you got to do, Hyper, is tell him that he's being dumb. Let's see if you get every Lancer in the game. We're getting there. At least we're getting close to the 4 stars. It's what, 3 different 4 stars now? Didn't the 4-star rate increase at New Year's? Yes, for rate ups, not for no rate up. So we're not getting 4 stars at an increased rate. You should specify Avenger Nito, not just Avenger. That always leads to a doggo. I mean, technically Nito is a doggo. Cad should roll story now to get one of the Lancer Artorias. No. Listen, Chad, I have NP5 on JP. That's one of the few times that like the wallet did come out, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's done. Also, right after chat lost the bet. Or at least half of chat lost the bet. There you go. That means I can get out of this with at least some courts intact. That's courts that I can start saving towards pity again, chat, and not get to it because they'll throw out another new hot unit. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Also, if another one of those black grails could appear before this roll finishes. Lost, they won by default. Won the bet and immediately she appears. Absolute win. Drown in pain. I lost my mind. But there we go. We got her. So we'll definitely we'll do the recording next after this. So again, if you guys want to stick around for that. There's no good or bad in there. Honestly, I'm still really happy. These rolls, like, yeah, it took a lot of courts here to get her, but like, holy crap, we got some good stuff. So 2 SSRs, several SRs, and again, those CEs, man, they were popping.
nitocris である。こたびは断罪のファラオとして、冥府神アヌビスの代行者として、そして砂漠の夜の風として、お前の力となりましょう。我が同盟者、契約者、神戸を垂れなさい。せいぜい手厚く遇するように。良いですね。
Nice. All right, so chat, how much quartz was that? Was anyone paying attention? I think that was somewhere in the realm of like 300 to 400 ish. but I don't know off the top of my head. 360. Oh yeah, 361 because we used the paid single. So that's actually not that bad then. Like that's pretty much close to average. So I will take that, honestly. Like anytime I'm close to average is a win in my book, because holy shit, it can get so much worse, chat. So I will definitely take that.